Welcome students for online classes. Today we'll continue with the chapter 1, that is Indian economy on the eve of independence. And the topics explained in the video is low level of economic development and the agricultural sector. First, let's know the low level of economic development under the colonial rule. Now, what does colonial rule mean? The meaning of colonial rule is powerful nations taking over the weaker country. Now, what happened on the eve of independence, that is in the year 1947, the Briton people started taking over our current India. So, that is known as the powerful nation, that is the Britain, taking over weaker country, that is our India, that is known as colonial rule. So what happened on the eve of independence? Before British conquered India, India was the independent one. That is, the agriculture was the main source of livelihood for Indians. And even India had the many manufacturing activities. The activities were the handicraft industry, which was very popular worldwide, where there was many exports were going on to the abroad countries. The people from India doing the handicraft work were selling to the abroad countries. And even the cotton and textiles, metal and precious stones, India used to use the finest quality product in the global market. So because of this, what happened? India had a good reputation worldwide. Later what happened? Later when British came, that is when they conquered India, they didn't wanted India to grow. Why? Because handicraft was one of the major thing over the worldwide. So British didn't wanted Indians to grow. So what did they do? They wanted India, they, in the sense, the Britain people wanted India to supply the raw materials to British country, so that the Britain could expand their industrial base and protect and promote their interest over the country. As India was very much reputed in before colonial rule, because of that the Britain people wanted to take over our current India. And later what happened? India started supplying raw materials to the Britain, and after the production process, Britain supplied the finished products back to India. Okay, this was a overall thing happened on the eve of independence. What happened? The Britain people didn't wanted our current India to grow, so all the raw materials, maybe cotton, maybe sugar cane, maybe the wood, was transported to their country, that is to the Britain, and Britain people used to do the finished goods and send it back to the India. Why did they do all the necessary things? First, what happened? When the raw materials is sent from India to Britain, maybe the wood, I take into consideration the wood. What happens if the price is rupees 200? After the production process, maybe when it comes to sofa, the chairs, what happened? The money structure or the income will increase. The price of that particular sofa will increase. If I sell rupees 200 goods to Britain, in return to that, what will they send? They will send rupees 2000 worth amount to our current India. So by this, what happened? The Britain people started earning more and more money. And even what happened, as the British government was never interested to our current Indians growth, so they never took the initiative for the national income and per capita income to calculate all the necessary things. Why? Because there was no proper growth in our current economy. To calculate the growth, the national income or per capita income is very much necessary. So what happened? Britain people started imposing their rules and policies to our current India, and even the government did not estimate regarding the maybe national income, maybe the per capita income. And in spite of that, what happened? Some of the economists started finding the national income, per capita income, and they were Dadabhai Nauroji, William Digby, Finlaysh Ras, VKRV Rao and RC Desai. And out of these all economists, what happened? VKRV Rao, who estimated during the colonial period, was very significant in the sense which was up to the mark, where the per capita income and national income of our current India was very correct to the point of that particular time. So what happened at that particular point of time? The national income was very less, that is only 2% and per capita income was only 0.5%. So what happened? V.K.R.V. Rao is the person who estimated the per capita income and national income during the colonial period. So this is about the low level of economic development which was happened on the colonial rule. Now let's see the agricultural sector. What changes happened on the eve of independence? First, pre-British India, what happened? A French traveler named Bernier. What happened? A French traveler named Bernier started going through our current India. So that was in the 17th century. And what did he tell? He called Bengal is richer than Egypt. Why did he call that Bengal is richer than Egypt? First, the exports. What happened pre-British India? That is before the British came into India on the eve of independence, that is in the year 1947. What happened? We got independence. Before 200 years ago, what did this particular person tell? The exports, maybe the exports when it came to cotton, sugar, silk, rice, butter, what happened? There was abundance of as people told, India was rich in resources. Because of that, what happened? The products or the raw materials was in the greater peaks. There was abundance of a large amount of raw materials in our current economy. So this Bernier told that the Bengal is richer than Egypt, because he went through the place Bengal and saw all the necessary things. And next, what happened when it came to the consumption process? The people started cultivating wheat, grains, vegetables, and all the necessary things which was needed. And even the herds, that is the pigs, goats, sheep, which was of the large number. And even the quantity of fish was also high. And what happened? The canals. What does canals mean? A small route which is made in the water. Small route in the sense finding the route to transport the goods from one place to another. Not only goods, the movement of people from one place to another. By this route, that route is known as the canal. Even there was endless number of canals, and even it was very much necessary for the irrigation process. Now what is this irrigation mean? Irrigation means the water facility given for the agricultural land, that is known as irrigation. So after looking into so many things, the French traveler Bernier told that the Bengal is richer than Egypt. All these things was happened before British people came to India, that is before 200 years from the year 1947. And during the on the eve of independence, what happened? That is on the year in the year 1947, when British left, that when we got independence, what things changed, what things happened? First is the agrarian society. First, let's know what is the meaning of agrarian. Agrarian in the sense the place or the people where mostly people are connected to land, that is the agricultural process going on, that is known as the agrarian society. So what happened? Indian economy under the British colonial rule remained fundamentally agrarian, about 85%. What happened? 85% of the Indian population was indulged into the agricultural sector. So what? That is known as the agrarian society, where most of the people were connected to the land. So by this, what happened? Large number of population got occupation, maybe the job opportunities, and there was even there was a slight stagnation, that is there was stagnant, that is the constant level. There was no proper growth in that particular agricultural sector. This was the agrarian society. On the eve of independence, what happened? There was no proper growth. The growth of the economy was stagnant, that is constant. Next one is the land tenure system. The land tenure system is also called as revenue settlement system or the zamindari system. Now what does this zamindari system mean? The system of land holding and tax collection by zamindars. What did the zamindars do? That is the owner of that particular area came to the landowners and they started collecting the money. So what happened? The ownership of right was transferred to this particular zamindars. The zamindars was the head of the land and used to collect the revenue from the farmers and give it to the British government. In current terms, and in the sense, in current year, in the current situation, you call it as tax. You pay tax to the government. In the same way, what happened in the olden days, it was called as the zamindari system, where the zamindars used to collect the revenue and give it to the British people. So what happened? Why there was no proper productivity when there was land tenure system? Because most of the half of the population, half of the cultivated crops, money or income earned was given to the zamindars. So what happened? There was no proper money for the farmers to spend. So because of this, the farmers thought that even in spite of cultivating or even in spite of this hard work, we need to give the money to the zamindars. So the people then started cultivate their particular lands, and they started to leave their lands barren. Why? Because they had to pay the zamindar, they had to pay the taxes to the zamindar. So this was one of the major drawback for the economy on the eve of independence. And next one is the commercialization of agriculture. The word commercialization means marketing thing, that is you sell products, you purchase products, that is known as commercialization. Pre-independence, that is before independence, what did the people do? The people were doing the self-subsistence thing. So what is this self-subsistence thing? That is, the farmers used to produce the cultivated products and they used to consume and they used to enjoy their lives. They didn't think to sell their products to in the economy. Okay, at that particular point of time, what happened? They started to produce, they used to consume, and they used to be happy with whatever they had. But after, at the period of independence, at the period in a sense, when the Britain people were there in economy, what changes did they do? First thing is the cash crop, that is the crops which were used for selling and trading. Earlier, the crops which the people in the sense, the farmers who used to consume, they used to sell. Nowadays they started selling the products. Okay, earlier there was self subsistence. Later on, it was called as cash crop, where the cultivated products was where they used to sell the cultivated products. And even the crops which were not used for the consumption, but they started using for the trading purpose. And next, what happened? The higher price was given for the cash crop. Because of this, because of the money earned by the farmers started cultivating more and more crops. Why they started cultivating more and more crops? Because they started to earn money. So this was the one of the major thing changed during the commercialization of agriculture. So even what happened, the British people started to use this particular food grains as their raw material. So this happened under commercialization, where what happened under commercialization, the self subsistence cropping was changed into the cash crops. Okay, the next and the last thing is the low level of productivity. So what kind of low level of productivity? As in that particular area, what happened? There was no proper technology, there was no proper modern machineries taken into consideration, there was no proper irrigation facility, and even the usage of pesticides, fertilizers was very inefficient. So because of that, what happened? There was low level of productivity. First, I'll let you know the difference between the production and productivity. Production means the cultivation process or converting the raw material into finished products. But what does productivity means? Productivity means the producing goods over a year. Over a year, you produce maybe 10 tons of goods. So that is known as productivity. But today you produce, today you sell. That is known as production. When you take into consideration individual things, that is known as production. But when you take into consideration overall everything, that is known as productivity. So what happened when only one area was taken into consideration, there was no proper output or there was no proper result gave by that land. Why? Because of the lack of technology and even the irrigation facility. And even what happened, the crops were rotten. Why the crops were rotten? Because even if the rainfall happened, it was of greater extent. There was no proper irrigation facility made by the farmers at that particular point of time. So it was very difficult for the people to survive at the because of the low productivity. And even there was high degree of uncertainty. Uncertainty means the thing which is not supposed to happen, that is known as high uncertainty. So what happened, we will not predict that tomorrow it will be heavy rain, today it will be heavy rain, so we just assume and we just cultivate things. So if in the particular season if it rains, then the crops will grow, or else what happens, the crops, maximum of the crops will not grow because of lack of water. And at the same point of time, if the excess water happens, what happens, even the crops will be rotten or the crops will be not properly gained. So this was one of the high degree of uncertainty faced by the farmers on the eve of independence. So this is the description of the agricultural sector. So the assignment part, name some of the notable economists who estimated India's per capita income during the colonial period. And the second question is, what were the main causes of India's agricultural stagnation during the colonial period? Thank you, students.